and it feels so good when I drive it fast. Yeah, I live and let die, and it feels so good when I drive it fast. Yeah, I live and let die. I'm not the man that can fix this.
I'm trying to sleep. Today I posted my second YouTube video. It definitely feels more easy being authentic than when I posted the first video. It feels like I just unlocked a new level, and because I'm a perfectionist, I was always putting so much pressure on me to produce the perfect output. Letting the perfectionism go, I'm feeling free. I can just create, and all the suppressed creativity from the years I was a perfectionist is coming up again. I feel like I can just produce. I was always thinking about, oh, what can I say? What can I not say? What can I think? What can I not think? What can I create? What can I not create? And not having these limits is crazy. Everyone has the urge to create something, and some are suppressing it and some not. And it's like, where in our life do we unlearn to create? When we are children and, for example, draw something, we don't think about anything. We just create. We just draw something. They also don't care. So they are not thinking about what they are creating. They are just creating from heart. And now where I'm at the point where I can just create without being afraid. I don't have the urge to play video games anymore. And I don't have the urge to scroll on Instagram because I'm finally getting in the flow of creation.
Amazon package arrived, and the kitchen looks a bit like, I don't know. If someone would ask me what I'm doing, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what? Yeah, okay, yeah. Looks like this. So I have to put it here. Yeah, so, okay, let's try it. And I also have a second one because my camera isn't really good when filming when it's dark. So I have to help a bit with the lighting. So let's set this up. Alright, okay. Now just plug it in and I hope it works. Probably you don't see much because, yeah, as I said, the lighting is pretty bad. Okay, let's see how it works. Nice. Let's light up the whole kitchen. Okay, on the video it looks kind of, I don't know. Does it look good? It's definitely better than without lighting, for sure. Let's try the other light. I also have another light that's like wireless. You can have different setting, like I have RGB light. You can adjust the color, the temperature. For example, here I can just, okay, if I want to have blue, then I have blue accents. And it's also very, very bright for such a small light. You can really light to the end of the room. Wow, I love this light. Turn it off again. This lighting which I bought is very cheap, but it does the job. It smells a bit. So I will set the other one here. Then I will just see how it looks on the camera. Alright. Man, look at this. This is very, very, very bright. But the camera doesn't. I just had the wrong camera setting. This kitchen looks crazy now. This looks really, really crazy. Okay, I have to show you. Look at this. What is this? Okay, I need to clean it a bit up, but yeah. Wow, this is nice actually. I love it.
Recently I've been picking up pieces, baby. Left me miles apart. I'm sat in this car playing 2010 hits and it feels so good.
I just thought about two topics. Everybody, no matter how successful, has problems. And it's like not everybody is showing it to the outside. And sometimes it makes you feel like you're not good as a person you see on Instagram posting stuff where they're happy, because most people only post things where they're happy. But I bet that everyone, no matter how happy they seem from the outside, is having problems too. And sometimes you maybe feel alone with it, but I'm sure no matter what problem you have, somebody in this world has the exact same problem too. I think there are many people even that have the same struggles, problems. I think it's just important to keep in mind that you are not alone with your problems. One thing I always remind myself of is if you have a problem, there already is a solution that exists, and you only have to get a connection to it. I was starting this video and I was just driving, and now I just don't know where I'm driving. I need to look up Google Maps now. Okay, one moment. Okay, now we are back on track with the right route. What did we talk about again?
You wanted to say 3 things.
Yeah. So I observed that sometimes when I say, okay, I want to do this thing, and in the end of the day, I don't solve the task, or I just don't finish the task I wanted to do, then I'm talking bad to myself. Yeah, you should have done it. Why did you not do it? Just like bad talk to myself. And then I sometimes see myself staying up late till deep into the night because I still wanted to do the to-do. But then, even though I finished the to-do, then I would wake up in the morning, but because I stayed up late, now my sleep rhythm is shifted. And then I punish myself again. And it's like a cycle of punishment, how you talk to yourself. I think it's important to not punish yourself no matter what. So if you don't finish your to-do, it's fine. And if you stay up late to finish your to-do, even though it shifts your sleep schedule, it's also fine. So don't punish yourself at all, because punishing yourself just puts so much pressure on you. When you always punish yourself, you will be not happy to do anything at a certain point, because you are afraid of your own punishment, and then you are stuck. You freeze. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Now I have nothing else to say. Do you have something to say?
I think the point is, if you would be friends with someone who talks at you the same way the voice in your head talks to you, would you be friends with them? Probably not. Yeah, don't talk to yourself like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You wouldn't let another person talk to you like that.
And that's actually also one thing my girlfriend reminded me of, is sometimes I was insulting myself if I did something wrong, or if something bad happens, like letting a glass fall and it shatters on the ground, then I'm saying, oh, you're such an idiot. Or if I forget something, I was talking bad to myself. And someday my girlfriend came to me and said, why are you talking to yourself like that? And first I thought, yeah, what do you want from me? So like, I'm only talking like this to myself. Why does it matter? And then I just realized I wouldn't want that another person is talking to me like that. Why can I do it to myself but nobody else? And it does something with you if you are always insulting yourself for mistakes that happen to anybody. Alright. It's a very common pattern that you think you need to have the things you want to have in order to do the things you want to do, so you can be the person you want to be. But it's actually the other way around. So first you have to be the person that you want to be. That's the very first step. Then you do the things you really want to do. And if you do the things you want to do and be the person you want to be, then you can have the things you want to have. You kind of have to do it the other way around in order to break the pattern. Everything begins with a reflection. I think reflecting yourself on your bad habits, on your bad patterns is very important to reprogram yourself and break out of the pattern. So what I do to overcome my bad patterns is to reflect on myself. What are my bad patterns? And then I write them down. And then I feel inside of me, what is the reason why I'm doing the bad pattern? Feel, okay, where is the origin and what do I have to do in order to break these patterns? I read these reprogram snippets every day, so it really gets into my subconsciousness. And I can actually give you examples of the sentence I wrote down to reprogram myself. So an example is, whenever I feel cold, bad, or empty or numb, I will connect to my deep emotions instead of ignoring them. Because one thing I observed is, when I feel bad, when I feel sad, whatever, when I have a bad day, I would just numb myself. I would just pick up my phone and scroll. Or I will do other things that are just distracting myself from the emotions. It's actually important to feel them, because when you don't feel your emotions, you will feel cold and empty. And especially as a man, it's very hard for me, for example, to cry. So when I feel sad, I will do everything to not cry. And it's just important to also cry as a man, I think, to just feel into your emotions, because you have emotions. You can say, okay, I don't have emotion, I'm a very strong man, but don't lie to yourself. And that's the thing I want to also change, to be more emotional and not sitting there empty, looking into the void, numbing myself. It will not help in the end. To summarize it, so I think there are 3 very effective ways of reprogramming yourself. It's first, be the person you want to be, do the things you really want to do in order to have the things you really want to have, not the other way around. You don't need the best equipment, you don't need to have all the money to be happy, you don't need to have all the cars to be happy. First, be the person that is happy, then do the things that you really want to do, and then you can have certain things that you want to have. And the other thing is, reflect yourself on your bad patterns. Try to feel inside of you, feel to the origin where the bad patterns come from. And then it's all about breaking the patterns. Literally write a reprogramming script. Get it into your subconscious mind and then break the patterns. And last, an extra tip, don't be too harsh on yourself. Even though if I'm giving advice right now, I'm going back to my default bad pattern all the time. And it's fine.
Was sagen Sie zu diesem Sunset?
Wow.
Herrlich. Wow. We are now on the way to the gym. Since I arrived in Germany, I never really filmed myself again in the gym because I was a bit too afraid. In Bali, it was a lot easier to film myself because so many people there in the gym were filming themselves. And here in Germany, almost nobody films themselves. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I also have no tripod, so I need to find a way to set up the camera somehow. This will be interesting. I will put the content that I film in the gym after this video. Today I will train legs. I used to skip legs because I just don't like to train legs. I think people who go to the gym can relate.
I like training legs.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around for women. There were a period of time where I've trained my legs often, but then I started to skip. I don't know why. And then I was too afraid to start training my legs, and
Just one leg.
just one leg at the time. I was afraid to start training my legs again, and I will start train legs from now on. Keep me accountable for that. So if you see me posting push and pull days in the story and never posting a leg day in the story, then you know I'm skipping legs. this was definitely awkward for myself, but in the end, everybody is just minding their own business. So we are just done with the gym training. It was very hard to film myself without a tripod. I just did one video filming myself, the other one filmed my girlfriend. But I filmed myself, so next time I will just take my tripod. Morning. I will go to Erlangen today so I can do my last electrical engineering exercises. After that, I'm done. I'm just done with university. I'm very glad that I can finally close this chapter. I think even though I don't really have to do much for university, so only these 2 experiments that I have this and next week, sometimes open tasks, even though you don't have much to do for it, are just taking much capacity of your head. It's only a mental thing, so I'm very happy if I can just close that and move on to the next things and trying to get more focus on my future projects. Yesterday I watched a video about the exact same topic. It was about how to get more productive. It was about closing projects that you really want to do, but that are not important. Yeah, I just thought about other projects that are kind of ongoing, but not really important. So everybody has kind of dreams or like goals. My dream is to have a own software company in the future. Everything that hasn't to do with this goal is not important. So there are still important things like family and friends and stuff like this, but I mean like side quests. So I would really want to also have like an own cafe, but it's really just a side goal. I realized I have so many side goals, but it's important to keep focusing on the main goal so you're not getting distracted by the side goals and you can focus. And focus really makes the difference. If you want to do so many things but don't have the focus, you put all your energy in the side goals. Your main goal can't really take off. Today something really stupid happened to me.